Hey there, Jeremy Weiss here with Weiss Tech Hockey, and in this video we've got a quick little drill that comes from the PIJE drill collections over at drilljaw.com, and I really like this. Is actually a fantastic drill collection because they've got a lot of different types of drills that can be run in stations or confined space type drills. A lot of good stuff. I know a lot of teams and organizations are running half ice practices or station type practices. So these are drills that will be very useful for those styles of practices. So in this drill, what we've got is everybody's going to line up, or everybody's going to partner up. So it's going to be one-on-one, and this is going to be working on pressure versus contain situations. So the players are working in groups of two, and there are two variations to this drill. So basically what you're going to have is you're going to have your players they're going to be lined up kind of across the lengthwise center line, right? And on variation A, you're going to have a forward and a defenseman. Okay, so the triangle in this case is the defenseman. The defenseman's going to dump the puck in, and they're both going to race for it. And basically what we're looking at is we want to determine whether we want to use force or contain. And different situations have different types of pressure that you want to put on the puck carrier. So in a forced situation, force means you're going to be actively pursuing the puck. So just go out full speed trying to get the puck. You're going to be forcing in these various situations. So if the forward has his back to you, so in this case, yes, you're both going towards it. Forward has his back to you. It's basically a race. That's a situation where you're going to force. Okay. Another time where you may force is if the player bobbles the puck. So in a one-on-one situation, maybe it's a one-on-one out of the corner. You notice the forward bobbles the puck, boom, jump on him, force it. The third time you may force the play is if you know already ahead of time that player does not handle the puck well. So if you know that the other team has a weak player and that's the player you're going against, you know that any pressure will make him or her cough up the puck, then that's another time where you force. So force if the forward has his back to you, force if the player bobbles the puck or doesn't have clean control of the puck. If it's a bouncing puck, force. And then the third time is force if you know that player doesn't control the puck well. So if you know that pressure is gonna make him or her cough up the puck, then force. Okay, so that's what we do. So on variation A, basically all the players are lined up across that center line, that center lane, and one dumps it in, and they both go. The objective here is for the forward to get the puck and bring it back to that center line. The objective for the defenseman is to keep the forward from doing that. So get the puck back, keep that forward from doing it, and then you're gonna just keep going. It's a race. So as soon as the defenseman gets it, if the defenseman keeps it away, then the drill will start over, and dump it in again. I recommend, honestly, even if it's forwards and D, I recommend they switch each time because these are skills that forwards need to learn as well. So have the forwards and the D both alternating through and working together, and have them both playing both positions. Variation B is similar, except now that they start off cross ice from each other. So the defenseman's still on that center line. The forward starts on the boards, and it starts with a pass to the forward. So now we're in a situation where it makes more sense to contain. The forward is facing the defenseman. Okay, the forward supposedly has good control of the puck, right? And then the third time that you may force, what we talked about, is whether that player, he already doesn't handle the puck well. So we're going to kind of forget about that one for this variation. So we're going to just be looking at it saying, okay, this typically is going to be a force or a contained situation. So the defenseman passes the puck to the forward. Then what you're going to do is close the gap and back up, playing it as a one-on-one. You want to close that gap and then get the stick between the legs, free hand on the shoulder, and play it as if it's a one-on-one off the boards there. So the objectives are still the same. The forward's trying to get the puck, come back to the center line, and the defenseman's trying to to keep him from doing that. The one thing you got to make sure, and this with the younger age groups, this is possible to get out of hand here. The idea isn't to be like chasing each other around the whole rink. You want to keep it in a relatively straight line. So out and back, out and back. So, make sure that they're not taking that and going way overboard with that. But that's the drill. Like I said, two simple variations. Works on important concepts, so that pressure versus contain. I like this way because you can run this, just 2 players at a time, just going in partners all the way down the ice, and you can run it from both sides. So, I mean, if you're doing a cross ice practice or a half ice practice, you could run, maybe 4 or 5 pairings on going each direction here. So that would, even up to, you could go even up to 15 or 20 kids doing it that way, and have some decent space in a half ice practice. So instead of just, typically what you see is, dump the puck into a corner and then they play it out of the corner, which is the same concept, except that in a half ice you've only got 2 corners, in a full ice you've only got 4. So it's not optimal. So this kind of takes that concept, brings it out into the middle of the ice where you're still working on those concepts, but frees you up so that you're not only running it in and out of the corner. So again, that's the pressure versus contain one-on-one, and you can check out the printout, drill draw import files, and hockey share files for this drill over at weisstechhockey.com, or just click the link in the description and you'll be taken straight to it.